welcome to CEC lectures. Myself Dr. Preeti Jagwani. I am an associate professor from Department of Computer Science, Aribhat College, University of Delhi. So presently the topic which we are exploring under this series of programming in Java is actually about the strings, and in the previous lecture we have seen that this string is actually can be used, it is being used as a data type, but actually it is also kind of a class through whose about whose we can create some objects. So basically if we talk about creation of strings, so there can be two different ways of creation of strings. One which we have already explored in our previous lecture, that is about using the new keyword, or we can say using the constructor, and by passing different parameters inside the various constructors, we can overload them and we can have as many as type of string objects created. And the next way of creating the object is creating a string is about we can say it's creation of a string literal. In today's lecture we are going to explore that what is the difference between creation of a string using the way string literal and creation of a string using the new keyword or in the form of an object. So, for example, let us take first the situation of creation of a string literal. So, what will be the general syntax? So, the general syntax says string type. So, string type is going to be string here. In case of peer classes of string, this may may have some different value. So that's why this is written as a kind of a variable value. So here it is going to be string, then whatever the name of the variable, then the assignment operator, and within the double inverted commas we need to have a sequence of a string which we need to assign to the string variable which is written on the left hand side of the assignment operator. So, the simple example, if you can see on the screen, the last line is a string demo string hello. So, this is basically we have kind of what we can say is we have assigned the string hello to the variable named as demo string. Now, this is in a way we have created then kind of a string literal, we can say, which is hello here, and we have given it a name. Now, another idea of creation of strings is using the new keyword. Then what is the difference between these two ways? So, the way here, the difference here actually lies between how these are actually created in memory in case of string literals and in case of using new keywords. So, for example, if I am going to use it in this way, that string, then a variable name demo string is equals to, and the whatever sequence of strings you want to store. Here actually no new objects are being created. We are not we haven't used any new, we haven't used any constructor here. No new objects are created, and that is why this is going to make your Java more memory efficient because of the absence of new objects, and no new objects are created in the string constant pool, we can say. Now, if we are going to use the new keyword, the syntax or the general format of the syntax we have also seen in our previous class is string and then the name of the variable is equals to new string, and then we can have whatever sequence of characters or sequence of a string we want to give it to the new variable. So, a string here with capital S is the class. Now, what is the difference between in the previous situation and this one is, in such cases JVM will create a new string object in a heap memory, and the literal constant which is welcome will be placed in the string constant pool. In the previous situation there was no new string object which is being created. Now here there is a new object which is being created, and it has been assigned as the reference of the string literal welcome, and the variable s, as the name indicates, will refer to the object in the heap memory, which is generally known as a non-pool memory. But in the previous situation, when we were using the string literal idea, no new objects are created in the string constant pool, and hence we can say memory is utilized in a different way as compared to the way in which we are going to use this new keyword. Now, memory allotment, if we look into the details, so whenever a string object is created as a literal, the object will be created in the string constant pool, and this will allow the Java virtual machine to optimize the initialization of the string literal. So, for example, we have the previous example as in string demo string is equals to hello. In this situation, what will happen that no new object is being created, but we are using it as a literal. And if we are going to use the new operator, that means the creation is happening dynamically, or the memory is allocated dynamically because of this new operator, and then the strings which are dynamically allocated, they are assigned a new memory location in the heap, and this string will not be added to the string constant pool. So, in the first way the string is going to be added into the string constant pool. In the second way, a new memory allocation from the heap area is being allocated to is being kind of, we can say, dynamically allocated to the string being formed, which is formed using this new keyword. So, for example, string demo string is equals to new string hello. So, this is actually a dynamic allocation using the new word, and hence a new memory location in the heap is allowed. Now, the question comes up that which particular idea to be preferred. So, it is always preferred to use string literals, as it allows JVM to optimize the memory allocation, and JVM is having, it's one of the major responsibilities of optimizing the memory allocation. So, if the optimization control lies within JVM, that is going to be or that is being called as a better idea. So, it is always preferred to use string literals. Now, in yesterday's lecture also, we have gone through a particular kind of fact behind these string objects, that these are actually immutable. So, when we call them as immutable, that means we cannot change, or the values inside these cannot be changed. So, with regard to that, let us let us try to understand that concept, and let us have a look at this program. So, we have import.java.io.star, and within a class, and within that main function, so we have a class which is named as whatever you want to name it. Within the name, within the main method, we have created one string as as we have created in the first way, which is with the help of string literal, and simply we say string s is equals to Sachin. Now, for example, we are going to use a concat method at the end of the string, which says s dot concat, and we want to concat the string Tendulkar with it, and after that, after this concatenation, if we are going to print our the thing s, or the variable s, this will only print Sachin, because strings are immutable objects, and hence this s dot concat within the bracket Tendulkar is not going to have any effect on it, because whatever value we have stored on whatever value we have stored in s, that cannot be changed, and hence we say that the strings are immutable objects. Now, what is the way if we actually want to append or if we actually want to concat this thing? There are ways, but as far as this particular way is concerned, this is not going to concat anything behind this literal Sachin. So, the output even after concatenation you print is going to give you the first string just Sachin, and it is not changed because a new object is created with the string literal Sachin Tendulkar, but the S thing or the S variable is actually referring to Sachin only, not to the Sachin Tendulkar. So, two objects are created, but the S reference variable still refers to Sachin, not to Sachin Tendulkar. So, when you are going to kind of print S, it will print Sachin, and on top of it, it is not going to give you any kind of syntax error or something, any kind of error here. Why? Because there are two objects which are being created, but it depends on actually the programmer that which particular object you want to refer. You actually want to refer that the new concatenated one, or you want to refer the S, because S is immutable, or any string is immutable. You can't directly use the concat and then expect it to be concatenated and printed accordingly. Now, what if there is a need of such a thing? Then in that situation we have one idea which is presented on the screen. It says we are going to tweak the program a little bit, and it says import java.io.star, and within the main function we have taken string name is equals to Sachin. Now, please notice the way in which we were concatenating in the previous in the previous program and the way in which we are concatenating here. Here it says name is equals to name dot concat Tendulkar, and then we are going to print the name. In the previous example, we have just written s dot concat Tendulkar. So, a new object is being created and it is left over there. But here, if we say name dot concat Tendulkar, and whatever is being kind of created is going to be assigned to name, that means that object will be assigned to the name. So, here we have changed the name from pointing to Sachin to pointing to Sachin Tendulkar, the new kind of, we can say, the new string which we have just created with the help of concatenation. So, here what we have done, we have explicitly assigned to the reference variable, and it will refer to the Sachin Tendulkar object, not to the Sachin, because that assignment we have kind of changed, we can say. As far as memory allotment of strings is concerned, I have told you that whenever a string object is created as a literal, the object will be created in the string constant pool, and hence JVM will be able to optimize the initialization and handling of the string literal. But whenever kind of we are going to create the string object as a complete object, not as a literal, that will take place. That means I am talking about the dynamic allocation. So, in case of the strings which are dynamically allocated, they are assigned a new memory location in the heap, and the kind of, we can say, the mark or the identity is about identity is actually the keyword new. So, if we are going to use the keyword new, dynamic allocation is going to happen, and then they are assigned a new memory location in the heap. And if we are not using the new keyword, this whole thing is not going to take place, and string will not be added to the string constant pool. Now, with these two ideas of creation of strings, let me help you recall that there are various constructors of for the string creation. That means one is taking one is not taking any parameter at all, another one is taking kind of one parameter, the next one is taking 3 parameters, one which of them is a string, another one is from where that string is to be copied, till how many kind of characters it is to be copied, or we can pass byte array inside that, so that it can be converted into a string, and so many different versions of constructor, or so many different overloaded constructors for creation of a string that we have already seen in our previous lecture. Now from here we are actually done with the creation of a string and understanding the nuances behind it. Now we will try to explore some operators which are allowed, or operators which are to be kind of operated upon these strings. So in this operators, and also we can say some methods, because we are taking this string as object, and string is actually a class here, objects of which are being made. So we will be kind of using various methods which are available this inside this class string. So one such method we have seen in our previous lecture was about the length, and in which we are going to write s dot length, where s is the kind of reference variable of the class string. So s dot length, and then so on and so forth. Now with on these lines we will be exploring some more small but very useful methods which are attached with string things. One such operator or method we can operator here is about the string concatenation. So one can concate the string either with the the strings other types of other examples of strings, or with the other types of data. So here is a very simple example in which we have taken integer age is equals to 9, and then string s is equals to, within the double inverted commas, he is, then plus age plus years old. So here this string s will be kind of we can say curated. He is whatever the variable value, whatever the value of the variable age, which is 9 here. So he is 9 years old. So what is actually, if you can see it kind of minutely, what is happening here, the string he is and the string years old are being actually concatenated with one a different type of data, which is nothing but integer. Here in the previous lecture we have seen concatenating strings with other strings, and here we are looking at the concatenating strings with other types of data. There is no kind of we can say complexity, or there is no kind of restriction on concatenating strings with other types of data, and this is too simple to understand also, and then we can kind of simply print this system.out.println s, and we will be getting he is 9 year old. But please recall that this operator plus is allowed to be used with strings. Other operators are not allowed by Java to be used for strings. Apart from length and concatenation, one which is very important feature of strings is actually the extraction of characters. So for example, we need to extract some characters, and we need to kind of match those characters or something of that sort if such an application occurs. Then the string class provides a number of ways in which these characters can be extracted from a string object, and all these methods we will be looking kind of we can say one at a time. So first of all, let us look a method which is named as character at. So the character is small c, then char, and a which is capital at, and as the name indicates, character at, it is used to extract a single character from a string, and we can directly kind of refer to the individual character via this particular method. The general format is we are going to give the integer parameter where that particular string where that particular character is to be found, and it is going to return it is going to give us the return value of character. So the index of the character is something, index of the character is to be passed which you want to kind of obtain, and the value of this where thing must be non-negative, and it also must specify a location within the string. So, for example, we cannot say character at -3 or something of that sort, and also we cannot say character at 20 if the length of the string is 10. So, that this has to be a location within the string, and also it should be the non-negative thing. Then now how to kind of use it. So, a general example is given here. So, for example, we have a character variable which is named as ch, and then we are going to take a string which is ABC, and that is a literal, we have taken it inside the double inverted commas. So, which says ABC dot char at 1. So, that means it is very simple to understand that we are looking for the character at the first position, and the first position, as the counting in the strings is going to start from 0. So, the first position will belong to B. So, the answer or the ch will be assigned the value of the character B here. So, this is what your char at is. Now, char at, we have extracted only one particular character. Now, if there is a need to extract more than one character at a time, we have one more method which is about get chars. Now, the difference between this is get chars, because we are talking about multiple characters, it is we need to give a kind of integer from where to start, then the integer from or the location or the position that where to end, then what is the target and what is the target start. So, 4 parameters it is going to ask for, and it is going to return no value. So, that is why it is named as void. So, void get chars. So, the C is capital, and within the bracket we have 4 parameters. One is integer source start, another one is integer source end, then a third one is the character target array, and integer target start. Now, source start specifies the index of the beginning of the substring. Source end specifies the index that is one past the end of the desired substring. Why I am saying index one past, that I will let you know in a while. Thus, the substring contains the character from source start through source end -1, because source end specifies an index that is one past the end of desired substring. We will know this will become very clear with the help of the example. And then the array that is going to receive the characters is specified by the target, and hence the now your target is within the parameters, and because of this it is not returning anything to its calling method, and hence the return type is void. And the index within the target at which the substring will be copied is passed in the 4th parameter, which is the target start. Now, here we need to be very careful, or we need to assure that the target array is large enough to hold the number of characters in the specified substring. So, this should not happen that we are going to take a substring which is of 15 characters long, and we are going to copy that into a target array which is just 5 characters long. So, this is we can say not going to happen. So, for the demonstration purpose, here we have a very small program which is written on the screen. So, here inside the main method we have string s. This is a demo of get chars method. Start is 10, end is 14, and we have a character which is in the name of a character array which is in the name of buff, as in buffer, and it is going to give us a new character end minus start. So, end is like 14 minus start is 10. So, here we have the kind of size of that character array to be total 4, and when we are going to use this get chars, so this will become s dot get chars starting though. So, we will start from the 10th character, then we will go till 14 minus 1. This whole thing will be stored in the array buff, and it will start from the 0th position in the buff, and then finally we are going to print this value buff. So, here we have seen that how we are going to use these extraction things. So, apart from these extraction things which are extracting a single character or extracting multiple characters, we have also seen two different ways of creation of strings here. This is the list of references which is being used for the preparation of lecture. More about various functions of these strings in upcoming lectures. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye.